What are the biggest challenges in the FM industry? We surveyed the industry for the State of FM report, and in this video I will walk you through the biggest challenges right now in the industry. At number 5 is regulatory compliance, which is a pressing concern across the FM industry, but it is particularly critical in highly regulated sectors such as healthcare, education and other public sector. New legislation coupled with high-profile incidents such as the Grenfell Tower fire has put compliance in the spotlight. In a previous survey conducted by SFG20, we found that 70% of facilities managers don't fully understand their compliance responsibilities. The State of FM Survey 2025 backs up this statistic, with 77% of survey respondents finding compliance at least a moderate challenge. At number 4 in this list is technology adoption. High costs remain the highest obstacle to implementing new technology in the industry, with other business priorities taking precedent over investment in FM. This increases the use of legacy systems, which creates integration challenges between new systems and existing infrastructure. The industry know that technology adoption will lead to benefits, but survey respondents told us they are unclear on the return on investment, which makes organisations hesitant to invest in new digital tools. Third is staffing shortages. The need for skilled FM professionals is growing, but recruitment is not keeping up with the demand. As a result, FM teams are often overstretched, leading to reduced efficiency and increased risk of operational failures. It is not just the hard FM skills that have recruitment challenges. Respondents to our State of FM survey told us about a huge skills gap in the use of technology and sustainability credentials in the industry. They said FM teams often have to just figure it out. Without a drive to recruit more people with technology and sustainability backgrounds into the industry, the burden on FM teams is going to increase further, and the already thin resources will be further stretched. At number 2 is ageing infrastructure of buildings. Often buildings are several decades old and require urgent maintenance. The cost of refurbishing or replacing aged buildings places additional financial strain on organisations that are already dealing with significant budget challenges. Buildings reach this state through a lack of strategic asset management. The ageing infrastructure comes with a sense of frustration when the technology discussion enters, because ageing buildings are not set up with the digital infrastructure to fully optimise the use of technology. There is concern that with the technology available advancing, ageing buildings will be left behind as maintenance moves on, yet they will still need to remain compliant all the way through to the disposal phase of the building. And finally, budget constraints is the top challenge for the FM industry, with widespread financial pressures on FM teams. Everyone would love an endless pot of money to spend on maintenance, but for many years this has been far from reality. Organisations are struggling to secure funding for maintenance and repairs, and this is before technology adoption and sustainability enters the conversation. This is particularly an issue in both education and public sector organisations, where budget reductions often lead to deferred maintenance as a cost-saving measure, which ultimately leads to more significant asset failures and inefficient operations and unnecessary costs as a result. Both sectors have a huge maintenance backlog, but it is a never-ending cycle to get facilities compliant without the necessary funding and resources to carry out the work required. On top of this, it's reported by the National Audit Office in maintaining public service facilities that delaying backlog maintenance can increase costs by over 1.5 times in just 2 to 4 years. Want to understand these challenges in more detail? Download the 2025 State of FM report via the link in the description.